saying Jehovah.
Black Americans, I want you to imagine something. Imagine you going through life not knowing what toilet tissue is. I want that to marinate in your brain for a second. Just imagine you going throughout life not knowing what toilet tissue is. Or imagine throughout your life you think having toilet tissue is a luxury. Think about that for a minute. I want y'all to marinate. Just let that marinate and sink in for 1 second. Or imagine you don't know what toilet tissue is for. You've seen it before. You always see it on TV, on commercials, but you never know what it's used for. Just imagine it. But before I get started, please hit that subscribe button for your boy. And if you can join my membership, I greatly appreciate that. But if you can't, subscribe to my channel, because I do have a story too in this video. It's a long video, y'all, so y'all just sit back and relax. Hope y'all enjoy the story that I'm going to tell. It's a true story. But what prompted me to make this video, there's a Black American woman. I assume she's Black American, and she's living somewhere in West Africa. And she's explaining something that just piqued my interest and had me shocked a little bit. You know what I'm saying? What she was describing.
So people been asking me how I survive in Africa without toilet tissue. Let me show you. Just like this. Go. Turn on the light. Excuse the floor. I got a washing machine, so that's why it's a little dirty. In Africa, we wear shoes in the bathroom. Not in America, but that's something we always do here.
Now let me show you how we use the bathroom. Yes, I have an American toilet. Most of all the master bathrooms, the master bedroom have American toilets, but there's a squatter that the kids have to use. And the kids can't use my bathroom. They have to use their squatter. Any guests that come, they have to use the squatter as well. And like I mentioned in the other video, sometimes we don't use tissue. Of course, I have a little tissue here only because my bigot normally sits right here. It's broken. So I'm gonna just finish the video with a voiceover. All I was saying was, since my bigot was broken, I use this little green cup back here, the same cup that I use to bath with. I normally just have a bucket of hot water and I just scoop it on me. Just scoop, scoop if I don't use the shower. Sometimes I just prefer to use the bucket of water because I just feel like I get a lot clean faster versus having a shower on. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But this is what I do when I'm getting ready to clean myself. That's my wiping hand. This is my eating hand. Y'all thought this was a joke. I wasn't playing. I'm so serious. Like, adapt to the culture. That's what I said. So that's my water. This is my wiping hand. So you just got to make sure you finish. Make sure you squeeze everything out. And then you wipe, you pour. You wipe, you pour. You wipe, you pour. You wipe, you pour. It's simple. And if you want to clean your back end, you kind of do the same thing. Just lift up a little bit. Don't waste no water on you. Normally I take all my clothes off, but you wipe, you pour. You wipe, you pour. You wipe, you pour. It's pretty simple. And of course, if you do the number 2, then it's very handy to have the bigot, because the bigot get you way cleaner than tissue. Argue with your mama. When you get done, just wipe your hands a little bit. Go ahead and do your little sniff test. Then go ahead and put your clothes back on or put your conga back on. And after that, wash your hands just like they do in America. It's the same thing. Just like they say they eat with the same hand that they wipe their butt with, but they wash their hands. We wash our butts with a different hand that we eat with, and we still wash our hands. So isn't it the same thing? I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comments if y'all think this is nasty or not, but this is somebody's culture, so be mindful.
Now, y'all just heard that lady explain how they clean themselves after they do the number 1 and number 2. Now, I couldn't imagine living like that. I couldn't imagine that. I can't imagine wiping myself after doing the number 2 with my bare hands and just sticking my hand in a cup of hot water and rubbing against my butt crack. I couldn't imagine it. You know what goes through your body if you drink milk and eat a chili dog? Have y'all ever drunk milk and ate a chili dog together? You know what that would do to your stomach as a Black American man or woman or child? Imagine you not having tissue and you gotta do it the African way. Get a cup of hot water. I ain't say throw some soap in there. You stick your hand in there after you finish dumping your life out into a toilet. As you swirling your hands in this cup, you stick your hand up in there and wipe and clean yourself. Then you got to do it again and again in the same dirty water where you stuck your hand in your backside at. I couldn't imagine that. I am so thankful, bro. that my ancestors are from this land. I am so thankful, y'all. And I want this black American sister to come back to the United States. There's no reason for your children to have to poop in a hole. There's no reason for that. Then you send your guests and your friends and people that visit your house to the same hole that your kids got to use also. Then you as a black American woman, you understand hygiene, Miss Lady. You understand hygiene. You know if you clean the front side of your hoo-ha and then you clean the back side, it's cross-contamination. That's cross-contamination. You know that's unsanitary. I hope you as a black American woman, I think you're a black American woman, I hope you taking proper precautions as you clean yourself as you do the number one and number two. I couldn't imagine being an African, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I couldn't imagine it, man. I can't imagine it at all. Cause just imagine you gotta walk around after doing that. Butt itchy, hot outside, flies flying around you. You can't understand why you keep doing this all day. I couldn't imagine that, man. But check this out. But on the flip side, I empathize and sympathize and kind of understand how that's not sanitary and how can that be unsanitary and how can that leave a mark in your clothes, in your pants, or even in your mind. Check this out. Y'all don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me what I'm about to tell y'all. So, back when I was 21 years old, I bought me a motorcycle, all right? And I joined this motorcycle club, and it was about 9 members up in there, so including me, it was 10 of us. So, on Sundays during the summertime, we were all riding around, kicking and stuff like that. Now, to my people that's my age, maybe a little younger and older, y'all, wherever you from, on Sundays, man, we all ride, people be riding around showing their cars. The ladies be looking good. The fellas be shining. Motorcycles be running. Cars, fly cars everywhere. And everybody hang out at a particular area. Now, me and these guys... let me explain my personality at the time when I was 21 years old. I was a little arrogant. Yes. I had a slick mouth. Yes. Okay. So I talked a lot of shit and I had arrogance. And I didn't have no type of chill with my mouth at the time. So in this particular group, this motorcycle group, we all move as a unit. But Brian got to be the eyeball out of everything. Brian got to make stuff difficult and stuff like that. So that particular day before we was pulling out, they all said, hey, we all gonna meet up at Sonic's, gonna chill at Sonic's, whoop de whoop. I told them, man, I don't feel like chilling no Sonic. Why we always gotta chill at Sonic's all the time? I don't want to go to Sonic's. I don't want to chill at Sonic's. So everybody going back and forth, and everybody did a vote, say, hey, we all going to Sonic. Me being the defiant nigga, I said, you know what? F y'all, I don't need to hang with y'all, whoop de whoop. So me and two other dudes got into it. So I got into it with the head guys of this motorcycle club that I was a part of. So I'm going back and forth, saying F you and you ain't shit and whoop de woo. I'm saying all types of wild stuff. So I say, man, fuck y'all, whoop de woo. Now, let me pause for a minute. During this time, a lot of people say, Brian, you were acting like a fuck nigga. I really was acting like a fuck nigga during that time. A lot of people say, Brian, you are a big fucking asshole. Yes, I was an asshole at that time. A lot of women say, Brian, you was acting real sassy. I can take that. If a woman would have saw how I acted that particular day, I can take that, right? So anyway, they drove off. I sat chill for a minute or whatever. And I was like, man, fuck them. So anyway, I get on the highway, head to where I'm about to head to. So I get off on the highway. I get off on Mega Evans and Northside Drive. You from Jackson, Mississippi, on Northside Drive, that's where everybody and their mama be at. You know what I mean? That's where all the cars be at on the Sunday. So boom, I'm riding down, getting on Mega Evans. So I thought to my head, when I bust this left at the light, I'm going to pop a wheelie in front of everybody. Because, let me explain to you. So this is the street right here. This is Northside Drive. To the left, there was a grocery store. It used to be called Sack and Save back in the day. Then they changed it to Food Depot. But in this parking lot, everybody just chill right there, and all the cars are parked, like, are sitting in front of Northside Drive. So basically, you got a row, you got like hundreds of people just sitting in the middle of the street, not middle of the street, but sitting on the sidewalk of the street. This me, these the people over here, this the road, this Northside Drive, this the grocery store, and people right here, and everybody standing right here. So I was like, yeah, man, I'm finna pop a wheelie on this motherfucker, man. I'm finna show out, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew everybody was gonna be looking. So boom, the light turned green. So I let this white car in front of me go first. So boom. If you know Jackson, you know I'm telling the truth. So soon as the white car passed me, I revved the engine up, lift that bitch up, boom, popping the wheel. As I'm looking, I can see everybody just staring. Now during this time itself, if people had camera phone, everybody wouldn't take camera phone, but everybody just stood looking like, ooh, you know, I can hear it as I'm popping the wheelie. How about I hit a fucking pothole? I hit a goddamn pothole, flew off the bike, leg wrapped around the pole, fucked my shit up. Now let me explain this to you. Now, as my bike over here, I'm laying by a pole, I'm on my back. As this is going on, I can't feel no pain yet, but I'm embarrassed because everybody saw me fall off my bike. And I can hear everybody say, oh shit, damn, is he okay? Is he dead? Is he moving? So everybody starts to run to me. Now keep in mind, I still got my helmet on and I got these dark visors on, so you can't really see my eyes unless you just really like do some shit like this to look and see. So everybody coming around, like everybody like, man, you alright? Woo. Keep in mind, it's traffic on Northside Drive because this is Sunday night, chill day where everybody's out and about. So now it's a crowd around me. And when the first person, I ain't gonna never forget, when the first person walked up to me, he was like, fuck, look at his leg. His leg is fucked up. Look at his leg, y'all. Look at his leg. So soon as he said that, I'm like, oh shit, you know, because I haven't looked up yet. So soon as he said that, I tilted up and I saw my leg wrapped around that pole. I said, fuck. So I'm starting to hallucinate. But guess what? The first thing I did, though, was I had my hand, I reached my hand and touched my private part and start feeling my private part, make sure I could feel everything. I said, okay, my peen is there. I still have sensation in my peen. That means I am not paralyzed. I'm just fucked up right now. So boom, everybody trying to tend to me, people saying, don't move him. So I assume somebody called 911 because I can hear the ambulance coming, but keep in mind, it's taking a long time for the ambulance and the police to get to me because of what? Traffic on Northside Drive. My bike is in the middle of the street, it's blocking traffic, so nobody can get to me. But guess who came to me? My motorcycle crew. All 9 of them, I guess they heard there was a bike accident, but they didn't really know who it was. But they were coming through Northside Drive and they saw me. So as they coming towards me, they I guess they saw, so they freaking the fuck out. Like, oh shit, B, man, you alright? Man, oh my God, Brian, oh my God. So now they freaking the fuck out because they looking at my leg. I saw my leg, but I didn't really get a good glimpse at how fucked up my leg was. But the 2 dudes I got into, we said, hey man, you gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be alright, man. We here for you, man. And man, them dudes was like, Brian, I am so sorry. I apologize, man. If you took it wrong, we apologize. I'm talking about these dudes are just apologize profusely to me on some shit that I done and inflicted on them with my words to them, my hateful words to them. So if they saying this to me, I'm listening like, nigga, why y'all apologizing to me for? Y'all act like I'm about to die or something. So I said, take my helmet off. So they took my helmet off. So now I can see everybody now for sure now. So everybody just staring. So I'm looking at the 2 dudes that's apologizing to me. Then I just bust out crying. I said, don't you apologize to me. I'm so sorry. I said all those things to you. Just don't let me die, man. Just don't let me die. Please don't let me die. I don't want to die. I'm so sorry for what I said to y'all, man. I apologize. I was woo-de-woo. I'm just boo-hooing crying. Not crying because my leg fucked up, because I haven't felt it yet. Because my adrenaline's still pumping. So everybody looking like, what the fuck wrong with these niggas? They probably thought we had a some Diddy shit going on with each other or something. How crying I was. I'm just grabbing his hand. I'm doing some weird shit, y'all. I ain't bullshit. So finally the police come, the ambulance come and everything, and they see my leg and they say, hey, we're gonna have to be careful. We're gonna have to cut around. It's like it was this wood where my leg was wrapped around. So they had to cut around it so they can get me out for it. Soon as they did that, that's when I felt the pain, right? So boom, they put me on the stretcher. They gave me some type of, I don't know if it's morphine, IV or some pain. It was something to relax me, you know what I'm saying? To keep me going into shock, because from what I understand later on, I was in shock too when they removed me and put me on the stretcher. So we get to St. Dominic's Hospital, and they put me through the emergency room or whatever like that. So as I'm laying on the stretcher, they started to cut my jeans. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all remember back in the day, if y'all remember my age, I had on some EV jeans. These EV jeans cost me, during this time around 2003 or 4, those jeans cost about $300-400. So I'm still sedated a little bit, but I'm aware of what's going on. So as they cut my jeans, I said, wait, y'all gotta cut my jeans? I'm like, please don't cut my jeans. Like, yeah, we gotta cut your jeans. You know what I'm saying? Because you know how else we're gonna get to your leg and whoop-de-woo. So I'm like, fuck. So I'm mad as a motherfucker. Then as I'm thinking about the jeans, I start to think about my underwear. Then I go back to when, before I got into the motorcycle accident, even before I met up with the dudes with the motorcycle club, prior to that day, I was in the bathroom and I was peeing. And you know, when I pee, during this time when I pee, I was one of them niggas that I pull my pants all the way down to my ankles. I don't care if I'm in the public, in the club, or whatever. Like, even in the club, nigga, I pull all my pants down and just pee. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I was like that. I was just like that. I don't do that now, y'all. I'm a grown man. I don't do that now. But at the time, that's what I did. But earlier that day, I pulled my pants down and I was peeing. And when I got done, you know, as I'm picking my pants up to, you know, pull them up, I remember looking down. I said, damn, I got little stains in my drawers. I didn't wipe that good. I should have wiped better. Instead of wiping 2 times, I might should have wiped 4 times. I said, fuck, how I get dookie stains in my goddamn drawers? You know what I'm saying? And I saw it. So I like, at the time, I don't know where. I think I was at like McDonald's or something, peeing or something. That's when I saw it. And I was like 20 minutes from the house. I'm like, fuck it. When I get done riding and shit today, I'm going to go home and take a shower. Woo. Fast forward. So as these people cutting my pants, I'm telling the lady like, hey, y'all got to take my drawers off too? She was like, yeah, we got to take your drawers off. We got to take everything off you. I'm like, fuck. Now, pause for a minute. I'm a very self-conscious guy. Not only with myself, but when I'm in vulnerable situations like this, I'm self-conscious to the people and how they're going to view me and what they're going to tell people when they get home. And this particular goddamn day, there was 2, I'm going to tell you how I know this, but there was 2 interns that was black, that was women, that was fine as fuck. I'm talking about beautiful. The nurse I had that was teaching them was beautiful, but she was an older lady. Then there was a white woman and a black dude, and the surgeon was like an Asian guy or something like that. I think the emergency nurse was an Asian guy or something like that. Bruh. So, you know, when they cut, people know when they cut the side. You know, they cut the side of everything. You know, they don't cut the front. They cut the side where your thigh is. So when they cut the side of my jeans, they cut that off. Then they started to cut the side where my underwear is. And I'm like, fuck. So I like, well, maybe they just, you know, slide it off and shit. These motherfuckers, damn. So you see how I'm sitting, y'all? They pulled my drawers sideways. They didn't pull them bitches down. They didn't pull them bitches forward. They pulled it sideways. And bruh, when they pulled it sideways, I can feel the streaks of the little boo-boo in my drawers go across my butt cheeks. You get what I'm saying? So they pulled it. And I could feel it just going across my butt cheeks. I'm like, fuck. Number 1, my leg fucked up. I'm seeing my leg fucked up like this and shit. I'm like, fuck. Man, how about when they pulled it? Maybe just me being self-conscious of myself. But I felt like the room just paused for like 2 seconds. when they did that, when they saw my drawers. So as soon as they pulled, they were like, God damn. Well, they didn't say God damn, but they was like, God damn, we're going to have to clean them. And they were like, why we got to clean them for? Because it's a little stains on, woo to woo. We got to wipe them out. Bro, you know the most embarrassing feeling is when they had to roll me. Now, this was my right leg, so I'm going to roll this way. But they had to roll me over sideways damn near and get some gel, some soap, and some other shit to clean my ass before they take me to surgery on my leg. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Huh? Do y'all know how embarrassing that is? That's why when grandma and granddad or your mom and them tell you, make sure you got some clean drawers on before you leave the house. Because if you go to the hospital and they see it, they're going to think you're nasty. These people had to clean me, bro. They couldn't even start surgery because my ass was contaminated. Because I didn't have the foresight to go home and wipe myself. Or go home and change drawers and get a warm towel and clean my ass. Me being lazy. That's what I should have did. Even just thinking about it now just pissing me off. But anyway. So after they did that, they put me to sleep whoop to whoop. So this was in the afternoon. So these was the afternoon emergency room crew. So I think they left. I think, they check out after they did my surgery, whatever. I had to sit in the hospital for a couple of days. So that same crew came and visited me. I think the next morning or the morning after that. That same crew, including the doctors, including the interns, including the nurses, including the white people, they came and visited me to see how I was doing. And man, you know how embarrassed I was as they walked in that room. Do you know how crazy that is to look somebody in their eye knowing they saw the worst of you? Not the worst of your leg. Not because you had a little injury. Not because your knee was fucked up. Your knee was pushed down damn near to your calf muscle. Your bone is all twisted up. Loss of blood out. No. Them knowing and looking at me and seeing my family first, because they saw my family was dressed how they came in, nice clean cut people. My daddy came up in there in the BMW because they know my daddy and shit. But they looking at me. And maybe just me being self-conscious, but me thinking that I'm nasty ass nigga. But them people look and say, I hope you feeling okay. I'm just looking at them like, man, them girls, man, saw my dirty drawers. And one of them had to clean my ass, man. And I couldn't say nothing. I couldn't say thank you for wiping my ass. I just had to play it off like I was still sedated under medication. But the reason why I bring up this story is at the end of the day, I still had access to tissue, even though I didn't use it properly. I had access to a towel, a tub, all that stuff. And that's why I think how Africans be walking around Africa now with dookie stained drawers 24/7. But the more of this story about me in that situation, I guarantee your boy carried dude wipes, your boy wiped his ass even better. And even if you think you didn't miss a spot, hit that spot. Hit that spot, black people. Don't think because you thought you wiped good that you wiped good. Okay? But anyway, y'all have a good one. I love you and peace out.